Stadium for Super Bowl 60. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the AFC champion, Los Angeles Chargers, and the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday Night Prime Time. Around the globe, wherever you are, welcome to America's Great Sports Day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday. Great to share with you one more time, Greg. What a 2025 season, all the twists, all the turns, and it all culminates tonight here in Santa Clara.
And I think this is a match people didn't know just even a couple weeks ago, but you look at the rosters, both sides of the ball, very well balanced, very well coached. So I think the biggest thing each team told us all week was, let's just handle the emotions of the pregame. Let's handle all of the lead-up. Because once that ball's kicked off, let's just rely on what's gotten us here. And I think we're in for a treat.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
Trey Tucker is the intended receiver. It's second down. From the gun, it's Geno. And the rush gets he'll go down. They got him.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. This one finds Lockett down the left side. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
I bet Los Angeles gonna win smiling face with horns.
They pick it up on 3rd and long. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake. Smith. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go Wednesday. On Wednesday. Come on, come. Hey, let's go.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll get back to midfield. So no gain on that.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back.
Crazy tackle.
So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
You ask any player that's played in the Super Bowl, Mike, and they'll tell you the hardest part is everything up until kickoff. The best part is once that ball is kicked off, it finally feels normal again, and that's what these players are going through. They've been waiting for this moment. It feels like it's taken forever, but here we go. Who's going to go out and put together the best game at the right moment and come away Super Bowl champs?
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
On first down, Herbert. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Now Herbert throwing on second down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Now Herbert again. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Herbert. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This pass caught. Right side, it's Allen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Herbert to the air again. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Chance here for the first points of this Super Bowl. 1st down and goal.
380.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Now it is 1st and goal.
Set.
On the ground, here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. And he will get into the end zone. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown Chargers. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field. and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chargers are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, 7-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. In the shotgun, Smith. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks. But right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Geno Smith sacked. A loss of 8 yards. And it's 3 and out.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Chargers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. He's taken down just shy of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Chargers 1st down.
Now Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Another run here with Hampton. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man, left side. He's got it. One of the Raiders has got it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So we might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal.
Black 80, black.
On play action, now Herbert, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown LA. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now Herbert and the Chargers will go for 2.
Hey, ram.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Herbert. This is hot. He's got it. And they tag 2
That's the life.
onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster.
Hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink waving.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return is Dylan Laube. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
On second down, it's Gino. In trouble, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith going up top. That is brought in. Big gain, and that changes the complexion of this drive all the way down to the 40-yard line.
And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Smith. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now, Gino. Short throw, that's pulled in by Mayer. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Gino. That's complete to lock it outright. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stops the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's
Had orange whistling, had orange whistling, had orange whistling.
get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, it's Gino. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Carlson's kick is good, and the Raiders are on the board just before halftime.
That penalty is declined.
Daniel Carlson.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set. Let's go.
Throwing, Herbert. He'll find an open man. It's Allen.
Herbert's pass. Completes to Keenan Allen. to innovation.
So, 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara, the Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hansen.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter